Hi guys, how's it going? Isabel from AquaZone Aquarium Services, and today we're going to review the Hygger Aquarium Gravel Cleaner, and it's a newer model that I haven't tried before. So I'm going to try it out for you today and review it. So inside the box, we got all the equipment and the user's manual that instructs you how to use everything, what pieces come with it, and how to hook it up to your sink. So this is a piece that has several pieces to hook up to different types of sinks. And then underneath that, we have two pieces to hook up to the shaft of the vacuum. So one is top, one is bottom, and inserted right on this thing. And then below, we have 50 feet of hosing. Now this hosing's diameter is slightly smaller than the ones I'm used to with the Python Aquarium Cleaner, but the hose itself feels very durable and sturdy. Then we have the shaft of the vacuum cleaner, which has a valve in case you want to stop the water or siphoning. So it looks as so. Now we reopen it. And this is what the vacuum cleaner actually looks like. And we have a piece at the bottom. It inserts right into it, and I guess it's to prevent fish from going into it. I've now connected the tubing to the aquarium vacuum. This is the piece that I'm currently using on my sink. I just used to hook up a tubing on it, but we were going to use the actual original one that comes with the Hygger kit. So let's put it in. First, you got to remove your piece and match the exact aerator that you have with the pieces that they've given you. You see, you have to match to make sure that all the O-rings are there. Now you just need to connect it to your sink output and make sure it's tightly put in, but also make sure that you don't over tighten it, just because the pieces are made out of plastic. And then you put the last piece onto it and screw it in. So your setup should be looking like this by now. All lined up, make sure there's no leaks, and then you just need to connect the tubing and you're ready to go. Just as a preventive measure, I like to loop it around my sink several times just to make sure nothing blows up in case I didn't tighten properly the pieces. Now make sure this valve is open because we're going to do the siphoning first. So I like to start off with removing all the air out of the intake tube of the vacuum cleaner. That way the siphoning is a lot faster and easier to start. Also, make sure that the valve on top of the vacuum cleaner is also open. Now it's time to turn on the sink. I usually set it up at cold so I don't waste my hot water when I'm doing the draining. As you can see, it's splashing a little bit, so I'll give you a trick for that. I usually just put a measuring cup underneath the water flow to prevent it from splashing. That way, it just pours out nicely and without any splashes. But make sure it does not block your sink. Now the vacuum is on. So I started doing the siphoning with a little piece at the end of it. But I am one to use sand in my tanks versus gravel. So I noticed that the sand was getting stuck inside of the shaft. The more I passed the vacuum, the more sand got stuck in the shaft. And usually when the end there is open, I just block it like so and it falls down. But as you see, it gets stuck. So I'm gonna remove that little tip because I do believe it's solely for gravel aquariums. So if you have gravel, it's gonna be perfect. But if you have sand, use just the bare piece of the vacuum, just as so. Now we can really see the difference. It goes up, all the detritus goes up, but the sand goes back down. Success! Now it is time to fill it up, but as a preventive measure, I always like to clamp it down just in case. Let's go back to the sink now and set up the right water temperature. So we had it at completely cold, but we're gonna have to match it to the temperature of the aquarium. When the temperature is right, just turn down the valve and it's gonna start filling up your aquarium. The fish seem to enjoy a nice clean water pouring in. When the aquarium is now full to the rim, just reopen that valve and we're gonna remove the tubing. You can keep the sink running with the valve open. It's gonna basically remove all the water out of the tubing, and so now you can just roll it and you won't have any water left in the tubes. Now you just need to remove those pieces off of your sink and put back the original piece that you had. As you can see, there was several pieces provided that can match different types of sinks that you would have. Like for example, this piece, just bare like that, fits a garden hose output. And these pieces can actually fit onto your shower outputs. I like to store my transparent tubings in a wardrobe because away from the light you won't get any bacteria or fungal growths like I have in this tube that was actually exposed to sunlight. Now price point in comparison, this is the 50-foot one like I have, and it goes for in Canada $58. And there's different sizes also that are available, but this is the one I got right now. And now let's see what else there is on the market in comparison to it. So here we got the AquaZone 50 feet, very similar design actually. I've tried it also, and they also have the exact same diameter of tubing. And what's the price point for this one? It is $88. So what else we have after that? We have the very common Python Aquarium Cleaner, 50 foot again. Now this one, the only real two differences that I see is the diameter of the tubing is slightly larger, and also the valves to stop it are located further away from the intake of the vacuum cleaner. And its price point goes for the 50 footer, how much is it? It's $101 Canadian. So this is your price point in comparison of all the three top ones. Last point I'd like to touch on is that Hygger has actually their own store on Amazon and on their website. So it depends which country you're from, that there'll be different available products. And also to mention, I'm not sponsored by them. I've simply received the product to be reviewed, and this is my honest opinion about their product so far. Main points is that I did enjoy all the functional attachments to the sinks. I did enjoy where the valve placements were. One thing that is just out of habit, I prefer a little bit a larger diameter for the tubing, but overall it was a very nice, flexible and sturdy tubing, and it was a really great product. Thank you to Hygger for sending me this product. I really enjoyed trying it out. And thank you guys for watching this video. And I guess I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.